So today's video is going to be on something that I consider to really be more or less a legend. The 2006 Panasonic, or the Panasonic Viera, if you want to be fancy about it. Model is TC32LE60, and the serial is MX61580236. There's a big sticker on the back of this thing that says June of 2006 is when this thing was made. And you know, that seems about right. Before then, this thing replaced a Panasonic CRT. I can't remember what its name was, but it definitely was a Panasonic CRT because there's a few pictures of me next to that thing, and I know for sure it said Panasonic. So this thing has just turned 14 years old, and let me tell you, it runs like it's 14 days old. It's been incredible. This thing has amazing sound quality, picture quality, good display, good brightness, good sound, good everything. And it just turned 14 years old. And let me tell you something that's actually really nice about this thing, is that you want to know why it runs so great? Because not only does it have mercury in it, because it has a CFL backlight, but it has fucking lead solder. It has lead solder because if you look up the owner's manual of this thing, or the instruction manual, whatever it is, it says on one of the pages a clear-cut warning. Warning, this item has lead solder and it has mercury in it. Be careful of your disposal, or whatever the hell it says. Just be smart when you're getting rid of the thing, if you're ever getting rid of the thing. So I'm just gonna fire it up. I forget what I'm watching. You have that little click there. I made sure to mute the TV, basically because I unplugged this thing. The little box here, I actually make sure to, oh shit, it's not muted. Well, shit, now I got a whole lot of editing to do. Oh boy, here we go again. So, I'll just fire this thing up. You heard that click there, that was, I believe, that would be the start relay. I think I'm watching A&E. If the sound comes on, then A&E, please don't flag my video because you're getting fucking free advertising. It has good display. Like I said, I'm just gonna turn that off just so I don't get fucking copyright striked. So, I actually went online and I started looking up about this thing, and I had a problem. I couldn't find not one bad review. Not one. I was pretty impressed. People were saying how great this thing is, how amazing this thing is, how high quality it is. I found a couple people that said their only complaint is that instead of having... so basically this thing comes in really a family of 4 models. You have the TC27LE60, or it wasn't 60, it was some other number. You have the 27LE, you have the 27LX, which is basically the same TV, except this rim is actually black instead of silver. I've actually seen one of those. It actually looks really, really cool. You have the 27LE, the 27LX, then you have the 32LE, which I have, and you have the 32LX. Some people were wishing, which was really the only complaint that I could find, that instead of a 27, you could have a 32 and a 42, because it would be pretty nice having it bigger. I'm personally fine with it, but some people were saying that they wanted it bigger, and you know what, that's fine, because this thing, it does great. It's been doing great. I actually put this thing through a hell of a lot of abuse at some point. For like 2 years straight, it was just on and running. Well, almost 2 years straight. The only time it was ever really off was when I was at school, and that just because, you know, during the night it would still be on. During the summer, hell yeah, it's going to be on. And because the summer's hot, this thing ran pretty hot. It doesn't run generally too hot, you know, compared to a CRT, but it still runs at about 100, 110 degrees. This thing pulls, I measured it to be, just doing some math, I believe 120 watts, which, you know, hey, that's not bad. You know, it's not efficient compared to, you know, a 95-inch LG, but fuck it. 120 watts for this beautiful thing. That definitely isn't bad. And it's been serving for 14 years now. So I say, go Mercury, go lead solder, and fuck your planet, fuck your LGs, fuck your Samsungs. This is all you'll ever really need. That or a CRT. This is really the best replacement that a CRT could ever have. And whatever happened to that CRT that I had, we actually gave it to my grandparents, because they moved into, we basically owned a two-family house, and they moved on the first floor, and they used that as their TV. And yeah, this is an LCD replacing CRT, but that CRT indeed did find a good home, because it moved in with my grandparents when they moved in just a floor below us, and it got another good amount of years of service with them, and we actually gave it to a friend, which they still have it, along with another TV. I think it was, I'm actually not too sure. I think it was a Sony. Basically the CRT that was on, basically the CRT was put in the living room, and then it was moved to the bedroom, and its replacement in the living room was a 2010, I think it was, a 2010 Sony. And now they have the Sony, and they still have the CRT. I forget where they put it. It's definitely not in use. I think it's in storage, ready for another day. But, hey, it's held up, and that thing's got to be at least 25 or 30 years old at this point. It's definitely held in there well. The last time I used it, or well, the last time I watched anything on it, it definitely was in pretty good condition. And the new owners are pretty old, so they know how to take care of their CRTs, so I trust in them. But apart from that, that's really it. Go Panasonic. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And just one more thing before I go. I've got to say, like I've said, this thing's 14 years old. If you do the math, 2006 was 14 years ago. 14 years old, it's been serving so well through all the abuse I put it, and just it being it. But no, you know what I need? I need to get rid of this thing. I need to throw it out and replace it with a 95 fucking inch LG QLED, OLED, RLED, however many fucking LED types there are, OLED, QLED, what's the fucking difference? Yeah, I need that in a 95-inch TV to take up the entire wall because, oh, it's 4K. No, it's 8K. 4K is outdated. It's 8K and it runs at 300 FPS and it uses like 1 watt a year and it's so efficient and it's so green and it's so amazing. And then it breaks after 6 months and you have to go back to the store to trade it in. And oh, sorry, your warranty's voided. You used it for 3 hours and 1 minute a day instead of 3 hours. Sorry, can't help you. You have to pay full list price to get a new one. And if you can't, then sorry about that. Here's this half-beaten, here's this fucking half-beaten Samsung that isn't any better because it was left out on the curb in the rain for 3 days, so that's not going to get you anywhere else either. Stupid fucking things. You're never seeing me going LG or Samsung. You're never seeing any of that shit. There will never be some stupid 95-inch TV on this wall because a 32-inch Panasonic, an old school 720p LCD that uses glass, real glass, mercury, and lead solder, yeah, that's gonna do great. And not to mention, it runs hot. Hey, it runs at 110 degrees. 110 degrees isn't exactly cool, but, you know, the best things in life run hot. Incandescents run hot, CFLs run hot, you know, 170 degrees isn't cold either. CFLs run hot, CRTs run hot, old school top loaders run hot. Well, when you make them, but you get the point. The best things in life run hot, and that's how they're supposed to be. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Remember, if it doesn't work, throw it out, and hope that your Samsung replacement wasn't left in the rain for 3 days.